And if we see the bottom of the valve, it looks like somebody has chopped that using a tin opener. The composer was definitely right to add 312 bars rest. It is in the colour blue, which is fantastic because I believe I selected black. They decided not to, on account of the fact that most saxophonists are unemployed. Because unless you know what you're talking about, it's you know, very much like the blind leading the blind. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly know that with me, there are some days where you get home and you are just sick of the world. It's like the bouncer that prevents woodwinds from being able to come into the group. Let me just jam that in a little bit harder and try again. Not all apples fall from that tree. Nothing comes out of the tank unless I give this helium sausage a tug. My experience would be that they wouldn't even agree with each other over the colour of an orange. I don't know what that signifies. I would expect them to be red, if anything. It was made in the past. You won't fit, frankly, if you try to jump into either. Everyone needs an empty plastic bag in their lives. Don't buy one. Oh, flowers. They may as well be an array of collapsed suns from how much heat they are radiating towards me. Two-set viola, not that I can throw my car very well. The bill from the previously massacred duck is wrapped around the end part of the clarinet's body. They spit! I play a trombone, I don't have to worry about any of that. You will give your kids sarcoma, they will have leprosy, they'll get several diseases including chlamydia and herpes. You either want to be a bass trombonist or a disappointment to your parents. A special worker named Chris Brown uses violence. This tape, unlike me, is 1/10 of a millimetre thick. How do I find the best deal without having a PhD in trumpet buying? Baby Shark, one of my favourites. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull the fingers. And it's called My Trumpet. By Joe, young man, how do you get to your station in life and not know that this is a horn? The scale that this instrument plays is in the key of yuck. If you don't have a lead pipe and you don't have a mouthpiece, then you're just going to be spitting into the wind. It's a little bit more like pinning the tail on the donkey when you're blindfolded. The piece of atrocity that was that Indian syphilis horn or trumpet or whatever it was supposed to be. You can only just squeeze the tip in. It's a risk that you face with online auctions. That's 150 euros down the drain plus shipping. I've used more valve oil on this than what the instrument is actually worth, and I have no idea what I'm doing with it, and it goes down well beyond my first knuckle. We don't need them to cook for us or mow our lawns or do anything like that. Condemning it to a life of productivity and financial success, unlike most percussionists. -1 point there. That's a new level of awesome. And they'll charge you an arm or a kidney to do it for you. And then there's a picture of a bugle that wouldn't musically function. Unless you articulate these valves with a sledgehammer, a horizontal valve that I'm holding at 45 degrees. That is about the understatement of the century. There's a lot of y'all out there who claim to be able to speak American. Okay, we will now take this sort of bison's penis that I've got. Every now and again I get something rather special. I'm not going to because I lack the talent. Some people use spit. I don't recommend that because spit isn't as lubricantable as oil is. An inability to know when to shut up. Please do not try this at home. Go somewhere where you have more room. 2.5 turns of bubble wrap is all you need to protect a high quality musical instrument. If you fall into a sarcasm, there's no help for you. Now next we're going to do a drop test to see how this compares to my B-flat contrabass trombone, which I also did a drop test. No, I'm just kidding, I made that bit up.